After my wife tried to force me to watch her sister's kids every single weekend so they could both go out partying, she gave me an ultimatum and ended up receiving divorce papers she never imagined she'd be holding. I'm Jason, I'm 32 years old, and up until that moment, I had been married for 3 years. Our relationship had never been perfect, but it worked. We kept our finances separate and I had bought my house 2 years before meeting her. Everything was normal until her sister, Janelle, moved back to town. Janelle is 33, recently divorced, and has 2 kids, Ari, 6, and Nico, 8. Together, they were like a natural disaster that couldn't be evacuated. The trouble started when Janelle asked us to watch the kids for a few hours while she went to an interview. Brianna accepted without consulting me. I called my best friend, Deshawn, for backup. It was a nightmare. Ari destroyed my living room, and Nico threw food everywhere. One threw a popcorn kernel into Deshawn's eye, and Ari ruined my bicycle with a wrench. When Brianna finally came home, she thought it was funny and promised it wouldn't happen again. But 2 weeks later, Janelle had a date and needed us. Brianna gave me the puppy eyes, and I foolishly agreed. That second time was the breaking point. The kids screamed for hours, destroyed my dining table with permanent marker. And Ari took my wedding album outside right before it rained, ruining our photos. Deshawn looked at me and said, I am never having kids. Monday, I'm booking a vasectomy. When Janelle finally returned late, acting like she deserved a medal, I told Brianna, never again. Not even for an emergency. Brianna didn't take it well. She started going out with Janelle constantly, coming home late, drunk, and talking about empowerment while racking up debt on frivolous things. Then, she asked me to babysit again so she and Janelle could have a girls' weekend. I said no. She gave me the silent treatment for days, then ambushed me with an intervention involving her mother and Janelle, accusing me of being selfish for not supporting the family. I stood my ground. The final straw came on a Tuesday night. Brianna was texting Janelle, ignoring me. When she brought up babysitting again and I refused, she exploded. Stop behaving like a child, she sneered. Stop being useless. Behave like a man for the first time in your life. That was it. The total lack of respect. I put my dinner down, looked at her, and said, repeat it. She laughed and doubled down. I stood up, took my keys, and told her I was going to Deshawn's. I didn't go back that night. The next day, I called a lawyer. Since we had no kids and separate finances, it was simple. On Thursday, I went back to the house while she was at work. I placed the divorce papers spread out on the kitchen table, arranged so they were impossible to ignore. I left a note, we are done. The papers are on the table. You have until Sunday to take your things. Leave the car keys. I packed my essentials and went back to Deshawn's to wait. At 5:40 p.m., the calls started. 19 attempts in 12 minutes. I didn't answer. Then came the frantic texts. Then the voice notes crying. Then the angry ones calling me a coward. At 8:30 p.m., she appeared at Deshawn's apartment. She banged on the door, crying, screaming my name, trying to force her way in. Deshawn opened the door just a crack and looked her dead in the eye. Full story on channel, link below.